Okay, hi, it's Michael. I'm back again. Had a bit of a break, and I was just going to talk about. I was just doing a photo shoot the other day, and I was shooting a model, and you know, I was using my A6000. I took my A6000 and also my Fujifilm X-T10. I just wanted to take the two. I was going to compare how they ran, like compare the two. And using, I was going to use, this is exactly how I took it. I was going to use the Fujifilm X-T10 with the 55 to 200. Very nice lens, very sharp. Nothing bad about it. Image quality is great. Comparable with, any other sort of APS-C style camera. And then I got the Sony A6000. I did a lot of shooting with this lens actually, a manual focus 85mm Samyang 1.4. Very nice lens, a little bit slower to use with the manual focusing. You got to concentrate and slow it down a little bit, but that's alright. Now the thing that got me is I started off doing the shoot with the Sony, and then I changed over to the Fuji, and I found that the Fuji was just absolutely useless. Now why am I saying that? It's simple really. This camera, the buffer in it is just absolute garbage. I didn't realise how bad it was actually, because I haven't really done a shoot with it where I need to be like firing off shots. When you're taking shots of a model, you want to get quite a few in, they're posing, they're moving, although you're not doing like a motor drive, like a shot of a sports scene, like somebody kicking a soccer ball or something, but you are sort of firing off at a steady pace, it's sort of bang, 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 and then you're telling the model, you might pause for a few seconds and then bang, 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 and then pause and then bang, bang, bang. This camera can't cope with that. This is a camera that is just terrible, and when the buffer fills, it won't work. It won't do anything after that. You're stuck. I'll show you. Alright, continuous low, alright, which is how I was using it. Just shooting off. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7 shots actually. And now, see, you'd want to be taking a photo and doesn't want to do it. It's writing. Okay. Absolutely struggling, Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Still writing. Can you see the light flashing? Still writing, still writing. Okay, I'm not using the fastest card. What I'm using here is one of these guys, a SanDisk Ultra. Writing at, it's a class 10 SDHC, 30 megabytes per second. Okay, 16 gig card. Now, okay, that's just finished, stopped writing then. Okay, that's in RAW. Okay, RAW. No JPEG or anything, just RAW. Okay, so similar settings on this guy, similar settings on the Sony A6000. Okay, and let's see how we go with that. Okay, so I'm going to put it, let me just make sure the drive is continuous low. Alright, so similar sort of drive, and let's see how many we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23. Okay, it stopped. Okay, but then I can take another one. See, as soon as I pause for a little bit, I can go again. Alright? Give it a little break, have a chat with the model, and then do another shot. Alright? Now, I shot off quite a few. I've got exactly the same card in this camera, so if you're saying, oh, you got a faster card in this camera, nope, I got exactly the same card in this one compared to that one. This is actually 24 megapixel sensor in this, So it's a bigger sensor compared to the 16, so the files will actually be larger. It's taken a while to write too, but it took a whole lot more photos. Okay, it's still writing. But you know, while it's writing, I can still shoot. Okay, it doesn't lock me out. And you know, when you're shooting a model and she's doing some poses, and then you take some shots, and then she does some more poses, you do some shots. Even if you're doing photos of your kids or something, and you're trying to get that shot, you know, bang, 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 and then if this thing's locking out all the time, that's just rubbish. You know, I know the images coming out of the Fuji system are really nice, they're really good. I can't say anything wrong with the images coming out, but it seems to be that the processor or something, that's the XT10, okay, I know it's an older model, okay, but let's put things into perspective, okay. A6000 came out in, I was just having a look, wait a second. This came out in February 2014, okay, February 2014, and I just looked before, the Fuji came out in March 2015. More than a year later, the Fuji came out, alright. Fuji's a more expensive camera. Today you can buy at B&H, look at this, I'm just comparing, XT10 body, $599, A6000 body, $498, okay, so $100, little over $101 difference, okay, $101 difference, more expensive body, worse performance. I've got to say, the image quality, really, I would actually say I probably prefer the Sony. You know, it does my head in. You know, I wanna say that other cameras are better than that, because you know, this is such a cheap little camera, but this thing really rocks. Images coming off this are great. You know, autofocus is really reliable and good. You got focus peaking on this, makes the manual focus lenses easy to use, and it's just a real pleasure to use, and it works, you know, it really works beyond my expectations. For what it is, it's great. Wonderful results. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful results. Can't stress that enough. But yeah, that's my little gripe with the Fuji system. Now, I must admit, I haven't tried a XT1, okay, or an XT2, obviously, the latest models, and I've heard that they've got really big buffers and everything's going on good for them, which is great. I'm glad that that's picked up. But then I've also sort of heard some reports about those newer models locking out during photo shoots. People are shooting off and they're locking out. Sounds like a similar thing to what happened to me with the XT10, which is a worry, because if I'm thinking of going and buying a nice Fuji, like a $2,000 camera, that's a lot of money for a camera compared to this little Sony. You know, I pick it up in Australia for $600, okay, so we're talking more than 3 times the price. You know, am I getting 3 times the performance? Well, I don't know. I think there are little improvements that are costing photographers a huge amount, and if you know how to use these older cameras, the 2014 camera, you know, this is 3 years old now. 3 years old, and it's still quite relevant today. Things haven't improved really. I can't say that I would be blown away by something else. I don't think technology is leaping forward that much. I'd like to think they'd like us to think that it is, but I don't think it is. And yeah, for me, Sony system's hard to beat. Love the colours, love the pictures. I have tried other systems. I do love my Nikon stuff. I'm very excited about the D7500. I'll talk about that in a minute. And yeah, but for me at the moment, I can't get past this Sony a6000 for the type of photography that I do, taking photos of people in a controlled manner. It's unreal. Fantastic. No complaints. Alright, talk to you later. Bye.